This is a review of the Spectrum. Included with the Spectrum is the stock that comes attached, the scope that comes attached, the front grip that comes attached, the magazine which comes installed, and 10 green and blue tipped waffle head darts. Starting at the front, there is no end-strike barrel attachment. We have this cool muzzle flash hider thing. This is just purely cosmetic, nothing functional going up on the front right here. However, moving down, we have a vertical grip. This is functional. You can hold the gun using this vertical grip. However, it is adjustable. If you press this button in, you can move it into the horizontal position, so it's not functional anymore. However, this grip has two positions where it locks into, the horizontal position and the vertical position. Underneath the grip, you have a dart zone rail. To remove the attachment, simply remove the magazine, press the secondary orange button, and then you can slide it off the included dart zone rail. This rail will accept all standard dart zone attachments, but included, of course, is a grip. And to attach the grip, simply just slide it onto the rail from back to front. Obviously, it is angled, but it is back to front. You do not need to press the button to attach the grip, but to remove it, you do. And again, you do actually have to remove the magazine well because you can't get it off like that way. Moving up top, we have this scope. This is a included scope, and it is attached via the standard dart zone attachment rail. To remove the scope, you do not need pressing buttons, just simply pull it off like that. Again, underneath you'll have a standard dart zone rail, and this is a standard dart zone attachment. It makes sense to put it on the top, but it is kind of cool because it will lock into every position. Unlike an end strike rail, will it have one tooth on top of the rail? This actually locks into every position along the rail. Obviously, it makes sense to put it a little bit more further back like this, but it will lock into any spot along the rail. Moving down on the left-hand side of the blaster, we have the access door. This is how you clear out any jams and malfunctions if you have any. To open the access door, simply push the access door back, and it will lock into the semi-rear position. And this is how you can get in there to clear out any jams and malfunctions. I didn't experience any jams and malfunctions while firing this blaster, but it is good to have just in case. And of course, to close the access door, simply just push it forward and it will lock into the closed position. Moving down, we have the magazine and the magazine well. To remove the magazine, simply hit this flappy paddle here. It is a pretty cool, interesting magazine release, and I personally prefer over the regular one. You can extend your firing finger, your middle finger, and hit the flappy paddle like that. Or when you're grabbing for it with your grabbing magazine hand, you can hit the flappy paddle like that. Included is a 10 dart zone magazine. However, this is compatible with all your end strike magazines, so this will go in a Nerf brand blaster, and you can use your Nerf mags in this blaster here. The magazine well itself is really, really good. However, this magazine design, it just completely ruins the magazine well to actually line up the mag. Once you've lined it up, insertion is very smooth. However, it's just a problem lining it up with this jagged design. It might not look that bad on camera, but I'm telling you in person, it actually sucks. Bit of a bummer, but the actual magazine insertion is pretty smooth. It's just that cutout that's making it really uncomfortable. Moving back, we have what appears to be the battery cover. No, this is a fake battery cover. The real battery cover is on the left-hand side. Again, this is a flywheel blaster, so you do need the batteries to fire the blaster whatsoever. Simply remove the Phillips head screw. This blaster requires 6 AA style batteries to be functional. And then simply screw the battery cover back on, and you'll be all good to go. Moving down, we have the grip and the trigger. The top trigger here is the primary trigger. This is a mechanically operated semi-automatic blaster. So every time you pull the trigger, you'll fire one dart. Moving down, we have the rev switch. This is how to operate the flywheels. Make sure you hold down this rev switch a few seconds before you pull the primary trigger to get the flywheel spinning and get a max RPM shot. This is a bit of a weird rev trigger because it's kind of like 2 fingers. The best way I found is just put your hand on the grip and then just use whatever fingers are on the rev switch to pull it. However, this is a bit unconventional, but nothing wrong with it, just a bit unconventional. Again, the grip is pretty smooth. It has got a cool design on it, but apart from that, it's pretty comfortable. There is no sling landed mount on the bottom, but it is nice, comfortable, and filleted smooth. Moving back, we have the stock. This is a removable stock. To remove the stock, simply press the button and remove it. This is a standard dart zone stock attachment point, and this is a standard dart zone stock. So if you have any stock that you'd like to attach from here, you may. This is an adjustable stock. To adjust the stock, simply press the button up and pull backwards. This allows you to completely remove it, but it also locks into 1, 2, 3 positions. Obviously, the smallest position is for storage. I don't think the blaster is actually usable in this configuration. However, it does adjust to the longest portion here. Again, noting this is a standard dart zone stock attachment point, so if you have the Villainator stock, for example, you may want to attach that. However, I don't think personally for this blaster this matters too much because you're not priming the blaster off the stock. It's a flywheel gun, or the energy is done with the batteries, so it's not that big of a deal. Just to recap how to function the blaster: remove the magazine, load 10 included darts. It doesn't matter if they're the included ones or elite style darts or any third-party darts that work with Nerf guns. Elite style darts will work. Insert the magazine. Make sure you have 6 AA style batteries in the battery tray. Hold down the lower trigger, pull the primary trigger. Alright, I'll show you a firing. Okay, I'm going to be firing the included green and blue tipped waffle head darts. I'll also be shooting at my electronic target that I haven't turned on. Hold on. Again, it is a score-based accuracy target system. However, the accuracy of the gun will be more dependent on my shooting and the darts. However, it is a cool thing to shoot at. Few more. Hey, look at that. Nice. Alright, so I'm just going to fire a mag of the Econ waffle head darts. These are third-party darts, but just to prove that the compatibility. Oh, easy. Shit on, boy. Onto firing analysis. This blaster shoots really well. Like, it shoots above average compared to the rest of the blasters on the Nerf on the market right now. And that is because it is just simply running on a higher voltage. This is taking 6 AA style batteries compared to the standard 4. And when I modify guns like that, that is a very simple upgrade that we do to boost performance. More voltage to the motors increases performance. And you can even tell that these motors are a little bit bigger. They have even got some vents in there to help them cool off, because simply they are running at a higher RPM. So this shoots really, really well. It is a great blaster on the market, and it shoots really nice and hard. You'll find this shooting above that par. Now, to the elephant in the room. What is this? I did cover this in my Villainator review, but I do need to cover this in this review as well. This is a Australian Spectrum. So Kmart in Australia has been importing blasters from overseas, removing all their labeling and marketing them as just their name. So this is a Dart Zone Spectrum. However, it doesn't say that anywhere on the box, but everything is obviously Dart Zone. That's a Dart Zone rail, that's a Dart Zone stock attachment point, that's a Dart Zone magazine, and even the darts a Dart Zone dart. So my point is that this is technically just a regular Spectrum, but it's just Australian. And the reason why I do note that now as well is, one, why everyone's confused about why it looks a bit different, but two, it is shooting softer. Now, I'm not 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure that there has to be some electronic lock in here, because I know 6 AA batteries can perform a little bit better than this. I haven't opened the blaster. I plan on doing it after the review so I don't tamper with this model before I publish the review. However, it shoots what it shoots, but I don't know if it can shoot more. Just an observation that I've made because I've modded before, but for the general public, this is a really competitive Nerf blaster on the market right now. Apart from that, now onto my personal opinion. I hope you can get what my personal opinion is. This is a solid recommendation. If you're looking for something a little bit competitive, a little bit stronger on the market, something to outperform those actual Nerf brand blasters, this is great, it's cheap, it's affordable, and it is a strong buyer recommend. The only thing I would say is this magazine well actually sucks. Like, it sucks. Getting this mag in is probably one of the hardest things I've had to do. Hold on. This magwell actually sucks. Yeah, it really sucks, like, honestly. Apart from that, this blaster shoots competitively. It's got a really nice trigger flow. It doesn't have as many locks as the regular blasters on the market. So you can actually rev the blaster with no mag in there, and you can pre-rev. Something that modders do to their regular Nerf blasters to get them to shoot like this. So this comes out of the box already really set up for a good Nerf war. So definitely a strong buyer's recommendation. I'll leave 2 links in the description box below. One for Australian, this Kmart version where it doesn't have any logos. I'll also leave an American one that will link to the Dart Zone version of this blaster. They are and should be functionally the same. However, I'll leave 2 separate links for my Australian guys and the States. Apart from that, thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.